Hey, it's your girl KB back with another review for Love and Marriage Huntsville. That's what we're reviewing. Um, Season 10, episode 18 or 11-2, Detroit with Destiny. That was such a lame title. Love and Marriage Huntsville has some of the worst show titles. It's really bad. Like, they try to be punny. Sometimes it be a little funny with the names. Like when they do a Yale Nail type deal. Okay, fair. But a lot of times they're super corny, but I guess. This episode, what was y'all? What were we watching? Tisha is a child. And Marceau is basically in the most gentlest of ways trying to be like, hey, you're acting like a child. Okay? Destiny is feeling gaslit. That's what we pick up. Taco Tuesday. Destiny is feeling gaslit and it's just not making no sense. Oh, they're ganging up. Oh, she ganging up. Now she's saying gang up. Now she's telling everybody this. No, I'm not. What is happening here? No sense is being made. So I'm with Destiny. I feel gaslit too. Because as we said last week, feelings are not facts, okay? Just because you felt a way doesn't mean that this person over here did something terribly wrong. That's not what that means. Why? Because feelings aren't facts. It's dark in here. Okay, I did some things. I don't feel like starting over. Where we at with it? Feelings are not facts, Tisha. Just because you felt the way don't mean that Destiny did something wrong. She's like, okay, well, we could just move past it. She says she's sure. She just knows that she know where to put her, what box to put her in. So Destiny said, well, what box is that? Tisha said, the don't trust that hoe box. We don't hear Tisha say it was a joke, but we hear Destiny say every joke got a little truth to it. So I'm like, did Tisha say it was a joke and they cut it out? We needs to know. It don't matter either way, but it'll be interesting. She says that Marceau told me that a friend to everybody is a friend to no one. And then Kimmy jumps in and is like, but y'all don't even know what was said, what was done, Kimmy asked her, well, did you tell Nell she was wrong the way that she said that Tisha need to worry about her marriage? Destiny's like, yeah, I told her she was wrong. Like, now what? And I'm like, exactly. Now what? Because they just doing the most, really for no reason. Really for some really childish types of reason, right? What's happening? Some childish type reason. And it's just, it's annoying, Tisha. And Kimmy, you jumping in just for the sake of jumping in. So then Tisha starts tearing up. Like, oh, okay, we gonna be friends again. And this is like, girl, don't make me cry too. You gonna make me cry too. Okay, and they get up, they hug, and Tisha is like, what did Tisha say to her? Destiny ends up being like, you feel all these, what's about my friendship? Well, I only showed you goodness. Oh, okay. So Tisha was like, basically, she feel like Destiny gonna do this, or she feel like Destiny gonna do this. Destiny's like, but is that what I've shown you? Okay, so go by what I've shown you. Like, what? Tisha is a child. She's just looking for reasons to be mad and somebody to be mad at. Be mad at your husband, okay? Be mad at your husband. So Destiny lets them know that she is headed to Detroit to meet her siblings, okay? The way she sets it up, she did kind of leave it very, I mean, I'm going. And, yeah, the boys, the Skies boys, they're from Michigan, right? Yeah. Okay, so was it a slick invitation? This was probably Destiny's way of not really asking, but throwing it out there to make sure that this gets filmed. She needs around the clock coverage of her Detroit time and not just a snippet of the scene that she's going to be meeting everybody. Okay? Hold on. Girl, just all types of mess. But like I said, when you need somebody to hold your hand, we can come hold your hand. But Destiny is a bit stunned, like, huh? Y'all just ragtag teamed me. Now y'all want to go hold my hand in this very precious, important moment in my life? I guess. We see Nell go by the daycare. Her daughter Kayla is there, and she brought some lunch because she knew she was coming in. She's checking in on Kayla because Kayla is the acting program director. But I think it sounded like maybe she do front desk. You know what I mean? Maybe she's like more so admin. Because she was talking about how she still got to take payments, she still got to do this, still got to check me in and everything like that while she's acting program director. I said, okay, cool. Then she goes on to say that, you know, if it was anybody that any of her kids that she going to leave the daycare to, it'll be Kayla. I said, well, promote her to program director and find somebody else to take money payments. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? I'm sure it'll probably take a little more training just for really get on her feet, but she done been there. She know the ins and outs. Somebody gotta have a log around here what all needs to be done, the end of the year reports, the certificate, expiration dates, and all that stuff. Keep up on all the stuff, keep the kids informed, make sure promote the daggone daughter. Get her the training and promote the daggone daughter. They talk about Lance. Kayla said that Lance called her, but she didn't pick up because she knew that he just wanted her to babysit so he can go to happy hour and he be gone for hours. I said, why won't the boy get a nanny? Now, why are you trying to take it as your responsibility to get the grandbabies some nannies? These are your grandchildren, okay? Destiny and Trish link up. Destiny tells Trish about what happened with the Scott sisters. Trisha's slick trying to cape. She's like, well, I don't think that they would gang up. They don't really seem like them. You know, but they do have their opinions. Well, maybe they do gang up. I don't know. Okay, Trisha. She does acknowledge that Tisha be doing a lot. By saying the teacher was doing a lot by saying she don't trust Destiny. Okay. She tells Trish about them inviting themselves on her trip. Now they talk about Ken. Destiny said it is hard to keep up with Trisha and Ken, okay? Every time she talk to her, they good, they off, they good, they bad, they off. It's just all over the place. So she was like, I just take it as whatever she tell me in that moment, that's what they are. It is ever changing. Trish tells her that she's been going to Dr. Francis for solo counseling and couples counseling with Ken. She said that she's been learning a lot. She's growing. She's learning to listen more instead of responding. And she has recently introduced apology, okay? It took her all day to apologize, but she did get there. Tisha meets up with Marceau at their new listing that they're doing. She tells him about Destiny and how she put her in the don't trust that hoe box. And then she turns right around and says that she wants to go to support Destiny in Detroit. So Marceau is confuzzled because, like, you don't like her, but you want to go on this personal trip with her. It's not like this the cash trip. This is, well, they making it into the cash trip now. But this is like a really personal trip for her. Like, okay. And Tisha's just like, well, friends go through things. Friends go through things, right? I mean, I was just playing when I said it. I mean, I didn't really think about it like that. He looking at her, he was like, Tisha, you are 42 years old. You are 42 years old. Yes, Marceau, she is stunted, and it's partially your fault. You didn't let her go out and socialize, just like Wanda didn't let her go out and socialize. So she don't know how to socialize, okay? It's you and Wanda's fault. Y'all kept the girl sheltered and caged in, and now she don't know how to read a room. She don't know how to be a friend. She don't know how to be an adult. She is stunted, okay? Tisha then tells him that she feels a way that Kimmy got her broker's license without telling her. Apparently, it was Tisha's idea that since she has a real estate license, she was letting Kimmy get her broker's license and they can go into business together. Kimmy didn't get her broker's license at that moment, and when she did get her broker's license, she didn't tell them until she got it. So both Marcel and Tisha are slick feeling away. They slick feeling away. They're like, oh, she moves in silence. Kimmy moves in silence. Kimmy don't want to do no business with Tisha. If they weren't sisters-in-law, she would not be their girlfriend. I need for y'all to know and accept this. It's a ginger ale with the Jordan Skinny Mix. They have some hydration syrups. So it's the pineapple whip. So a whipped pineapple ginger ale. It's good. And I feel hydrated. The Scott brothers meet up with the little brother, Micah. So they all last name Scott, right? So they all siblings. So they all got the same daddy. I am confused by the kinship here. But I think because Marcel and Maurice, they only share one parent. They only share one parent, right? So I guess they all share the same parent because what they all named Scott. And then it's an older brother too, right? Maybe his daddy was just over traveling pants, honey. Who knows? Reese goes over to see little brother Micah bring so as well. Apparently, little brother Micah is following in Reese's footsteps and he's about to take the bar. Now that we got that out the way, they talking about Kimmy and how Kimmy wants for Reese to be handy. Marcel is just like, yeah, but women like to see the men do it themselves. Because Reese is just like, if I had the means to hire somebody back then, I would have. I wouldn't have been doing it. I wouldn't have been doing all that myself. But they're both like, but she wants to see you do that. That's what she wants. And then they're like, I think Micah says, she don't want you to quit, because Reese was trying to make it seem like Kimmy said, quit being a lawyer and go back to contracting. And Micah's like, no, I'm sure she don't want you to quit. Both Marcel and Maurice get to be like, no, but she said. Micah's like, she wants to spend more time with you. Reese said, well, she did say that. She did say that. Yeah. Marcel is telling him, come home in your suit, roll your sleeves up, grab some 4x4s, and just have some little projects around the house. Just let us see you fixing something up every now and again. And I'm like, yeah. You want to see a woman cook? We want to see you fix and build shit. There it is. Get to it, Reese. Get to it. He's just like, oh, whatever. He's just still fighting them about it, arm, tooth, and nail, child. Reese said that he's going to do both of what they said, and then he's going to record him and Kimmy's conversation so that he can play it back for the guys and they can see who right. Micah said, well, you ain't got to do all that, but hopefully you get a blowjob out of it. I said, oh my gosh. In confessional, Reese going to say, you know, I don't know how women think, especially my wife. I said, especially your wife? Especially your wife? My baby be saying when she gets stressed out, ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. What you mean, especially your wife? Y'all done been together for like almost 15 years at this point. Because I think they said together for 7, married for 7. 15 years and you don't know how she think even a little bit. They are stressful. They are. They are something else. So now Marcel brings up how Destiny's going on a trip and Tisha want to go on a trip, but he don't understand because if you just said you don't trust her, Reese like, I thought they made up. I heard that they, made up at the end of it. He like, yeah, I guess, but if you say you don't trust her, and they like, yeah, she said she don't trust her, that's why type deal. But Maurice like, well, me and Kimmy going. So now Marcel like, oh, this is a thing. We have to go. And then he's like, okay, well, I guess I'll consider it then if y'all going. Like, if it's a cash trip, I ain't trying to miss my check, Sure, Michigan it is. Like, I was screaming. We see Kimmy and Reese meet up. I think theirs was the same, just kind of filling in the girls' information, what's going on. Only thing that really stood out to me was Kimmy says that although Tisha has never blatantly said it out loud, she expects the girls to pick sides when she fall out with somebody. And she just kind of over it. I'm like, yeah, because we're not 12. Because we're not 12 years old. Tisha, you are 42 years old. That might be my stem. Tisha, you are 42 years old. Like, big sister Jizzy. That's one of my other stems, y'all. I be cracking up. Because I be watching other YouTubers sometimes. And I be like, okay, so folks really be... Like Alexander Rogers, he cracked me up. Kids Force. Every time he holler, Kids Force. Cecil, 25. Tisha, you are 42 years old. Lastly, we see Ken and Trisha go to therapy. Ken looks very uninterested. He don't really want to be there. And Trisha is slick tweaking. Did she take too much pre-workout, too much creatine? Because she's slick tweaking. And it's like, so I'm baby, calm down. Slow down. Why are you living in this land of delusion? She's just sitting here acting like she's so great, he's so great, everything's great, but it's not great. Trisha, he's so uninterested. She talks about how she has to wind herself up in her safe space. Dr. Francis asks if Ken is ever in that safe space with her. He's like, never. I don't know what this safe space is she speaks of. She claims that she has no feelings about, no energy towards Marquez, but Ken disagrees. He says that she projects her feelings for Marquez onto Ken. And then Trisha goes, I don't even think about that dude. I don't talk about that dude. You can bring him up and I don't even talk about that dude. I don't think about that dude. Girl, you are obviously not over it. The fact that you just see that dude, your husband, the man that you literally won't divorce. Girl, what is it? Do you not want to pay him any alimony? Do you? I feel like at this point, y'all been separated so long. What type of alimony would even be enforced? You ain't been putting his bill. Girl, get that divorce. The fact that she won't get the divorce and she can't even say his name, she's just that dude. You're projecting your anger for that dude onto Ken right now. You're doing it right now. I'm screaming. And she's just still holding true to what she's saying. And out of nowhere, Ken is like, Trisha, we haven't talked in 3 months. I turned off my TV. I went back and watched it a couple days later. That's why you get it when you get it. But I literally cut the program off when he said, Trisha, we haven't talked in 3 months. Why are we here? If you've been getting along A-okay for 3 months, not talking to each other, not seeing each other, just break up. You already broke up at that point. Just lean into it. Lean into the breakup. He's talking about he got his own apartment. She thought he was staying with Will. The blogs are saying that it was part of the divorce agreement / settlement that Ken had to get out the house. I said, baby, we don't know what to believe. We don't know what to believe at this point, y'all. But now Trisha is acting like things are fine, but the relationship is not. It's all very dumb. He's good, but the relationship not. She claims that he's insecure. She says that she be at the gym. She was at the gym one day and a weight dropped. And he said, is that a bed squeaking? She said, what was it? Something else. Something else she said about like he was accusing her of cheating. I said, Trisha, you ever that cheating? Because the way you was smiling and you couldn't hold yourself when you was having a conversation with Destiny about how he think you cheating. It's giving you are working out and having dinner with somebody else. Ken is like, she is a compulsive liar. Baby, Dr. Francis' faces was cracking me up because I think he on Dr. Ken's. I think he on Ken's side. Yeah, this sounds crazy. She might be lying. Yeah, she seems like a liar. I think so too. Ciao, bye. Make sure y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment, let me know what y'all think. Share the video with people that like the show or with people that don't like the show and they just, be wondering what's going on. Send them my video. Do that. Until next time.